me from loving you. With you I can always express myself. I'm safe with you and nobody else. You're my sister, I trust you know what to do. You know there's no one I love as much as you. Simply sisters. They make you mad, they'll make you wanna scream. It's a sister thing. Simply sisters, simply sisters, simply. They'll make you wanna love them until the very end. Simply simply. When I talk to you, you're in my mind telling me what to do. You hold me in your heart, you uplift my soul. I take you every single place I go. We don't talk every day, but on you I can depend. Your sister love, I know it's true. Your love tells me exactly what I should do. Simply sisters. They'll make you mad, they'll make you wanna scream. It's a sister thing. Simply sisters, simply sisters, simply. They'll make you wanna love them until the very end. Simply sisters, in my sleep when I talk to you. You're in my mind telling me what to do. You hold me in your heart, you uplift my soul. I take you every single place I go. We don't talk every day, but on you I can depend. Your sister love, I know it's true. Your love tells me exactly what.
All right, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hello, good evening, Flint. How are you? Hello, good evening, Illinois. Wherever you're watching from, good evening. I am so happy to be back with you all for our Simply Sisters show. Man, I've been waiting all week for this. Okay. Trevor, don't start. We had some technical difficulties. We had some things that we had to work out. And listen, Spacely Sprockets, Jaffe Jaffa to the rescue. Okay. Um, so listen, without further ado, because we're gonna get into it. Let me bring up my beautiful co-host. It is the lovely, the illustrious. She is that bitch. WYNTIS.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You all are far too kind. Thank you all tonight. Let's give it up for my good sis over here. Looking all beautiful, super producer.
Listen,
Shouts out to you, darling, and
thank
all
you.
in the queue because you doing big things on all in the queue now.
Listen, somebody told me that blondes have more fun. So I said, let me join the party because WYNTIS, she looked like she is having so much fun.
Andy's.
So listen, when you tune in to All in the Queue, or if I be on 810, you never know what you might get. So just tune in just so you can see. Just look and see what never know might you what you might see. Let me get to saying hello to everybody. Trevor, yeah, we said hello to you. Trevor,
Hey,
I'm with you. I'm with you when I see you.
Trevor.
Um, Rachel Davis, hello, how are you?
Hello.
No name. No name. You are always supporting. Thank you so much for always being in the comments. It's very comforting to see people that we recognize. So thank you. Jody, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Amire. I don't know who that is, but he looking. Keep on looking.
Oh, hey, I know who that
Okay.
is.
Jody, thank you. I try. I mean, WYNTIS, that's a beautiful woman, inside and out. So I'm trying to match. I'm trying
I'm
to
just
match energy.
matching each other, baby, because you know you doing it. You slaying, baby.
T from the D. What it do?
What up,
What
though?
it do? What it do? Yes, basically Sprockets, Jaffe Jaffa. If you was watching
Jackets.
810 this morning, listen, if you didn't watch 810 this morning, you still have time. It's up. Go back, watch the replay because it was a Munda all morning this morning. I mean, the king and the queen were in the building and they were showing you what money looked like, okay? Because the furs was flying. No, let me say, no animals were harmed in the making of the show.
That's right.
Um,
That's right. You got to say
but
that. You got to put it out there.
yeah, Jaffe Jaffa was in the building this morning. I mean, he was live, all the way live. So you
Yeah.
need to go watch that replay on 810 News Media Group on YouTube. It's today's episode of The Bump this morning, just hours ago. Cicero McGill, hello, how are you? Salty Chef, how are you?
Hey.
Salty Chef, me and you gonna be in a relationship soon because you always sending me hearts. I like that though.
Oh,
Okay.
okay now. Okay. We
Okay,
can
you
see.
on both platforms? Okay, Taz. Listen, if you're watching us on the All in the Queue platform, after a certain time, I'm going to stop All in the Queue and we want you guys to come over to 810 because every other week we are going to be doing this show on the different platforms. I wanted to come on this platform and merge my platform with this platform so that I can inform you all that we are over here on 810 News Media Group. We want everybody that can to join the conversation today
Absolutely.
because we are having an interesting conversation today. Make no mistake about it. Uncle Carl, ain't no rigmarole tonight.
None at all, Uncle Carl.
Okay, we ain't we getting to the truth. That's what we getting to. Period. Okay, that's it. That's all. Okay, no rigmarole tonight.
None.
Probably right at the 30-40 minute mark, I'm going to turn off All in the Queue and you guys come over to 810 News Media Group, okay? If you're watching over on All in the Queue. If you don't mind, subscribe to the 810 News Media Group. You want to know the Flint news? You want to know what's going on in Flint, what you need to know. They're expanding their programming over there as well. Going to be some new things. Simply Sisters is going to be over there every other week. There are going to be some other new shows. You have Trevor's Rant on Fridays at 1 p.m. Okay? Just had to get that little bit of business out of the way. We get ready to jump right into the conversation at hand today.
Yes, I'm ready.
We're going to watch a video first. Okay? Watch a video. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about it. I told y'all we was going to start talking about the 5 love languages. 5 love languages can be used across all of your relationships, your friendships, your marriages, your boyfriend, girlfriend, your situationships, whatever ship you on. Just don't abandon ship because we're going to teach you how to drive the ship. Okay? We're going to watch this video and then we're going to talk about it.
Really? Then what's under the bed for? What's the mud room for?
They love each other, right? So why do they always feel like they're not on the same page? The most common issue in any relationship is the communication barrier. Everyone experiences love differently, and it's easy to miss the mark when it comes to showing that you care. In his early years as a marriage counselor, Dr. Gary Chapman noticed that over and over, couples voiced similar complaints regarding their marriage. One spouse would say something like,
I feel like he doesn't love me.
and the other would protest.
I don't know what else to do. I'm doing everything I should be doing.
Recognizing this pattern and remembering the rocky start in his own marriage, Dr. Chapman poured through years of session notes. He asked himself,
when someone said, I feel like my spouse doesn't love me, what did they want?
Surprisingly, their answers fell into 5 different categories, revealing a unique approach for how to effectively love another person. The premise is simple. Different people with different personalities give and receive love in different ways. Dr. Chapman called these ways of expressing and receiving love the 5 love languages. He even wrote a best-selling book about it. This revolutionary concept has improved millions of relationships across the globe. These love languages don't only apply to couples. The concept holds true for friends, siblings, parents and their children, and relationships of every kind. Each individual has at least one primary love language that they prefer above the others. And that is where it really starts to get interesting. Want to intentionally strengthen and improve your relationships? You can start right now by taking the 5 love languages quiz to find out how you prefer to give and receive love. love.
All right.
Let's
Listen,
get into it.
the first thing we're going to talk about is, let me put this up on the screen. Communication skills. Before we even get into the love language, communication skills. Y'all get in these comments and y'all tell me, how important is communication in all of your relationships? Are there levels to communication? Let's get your thoughts, Wentis, on the video that you just watched. What are your feelings about it?
I think as the older I have gotten, communication should have become easier, but it's become more difficult. Recently, going through this divorce, back out here talking, fraternizing, finding friends, the usual. It would seem like people at our age, I just turned 48, that it should be easy to tell someone what you want, what you're looking for, your demands, your deal breakers, everything up front. But it seems like people just have a difficult, they just find it difficult to communicate. And I'm not sure why, because if you're worried about hurting someone's feelings, you're going to do that if you're lying to them from the start and they get down the road thinking one thing and they find out that it's something else. I just don't know. I struggle with this a lot now. I don't know why it's so hard for people to just state what they want, what they don't want. And that could just end a lot of things. Broken hearts, broken relationships. It could even mend some. You know what I'm saying? Communication just shouldn't be that difficult. Maybe people don't like to hear the truth.
And I'm trying to be calm today
I know.
because I've had so many I've had a few challenges today.
Mhm.
I've had a few challenges in the last couple of weeks with communication. Um Not so much my communication with other people, because I know at different stages in my life, especially at different ages in my life, I would say in my 20s, I had a very difficult time communicating to people when it was something I did not want to do.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if it was because I didn't want to hurt their feelings,
Mhm.
or I didn't want to be left out, or I felt like that person was going to have a difficult time with the truth that I wanted to tell them.
Mhm.
And I really was also thinking about them,
Mhm.
their feelings,
Right.
instead of respecting my own. Um, at my age now, I'm 47 years old. I will burn a bridge as necessary,
Absolutely.
because I feel like as we get older, we learn how to deliver
Mhm.
the truth, or we learn how to communicate. Um, I feel like delivery is everything. How you do things is everything. Um, at no time do I feel like in any type of relationship I'm in, whether it be a friendship, whether it be a relationship, um, that I want someone to lie to me. No matter how difficult
Right.
it's going to be for me, I may cry, I may get upset. Um, and all of those responses are things that I expect.
Mhm.
Um, and so I feel like we should not be out here struggling with just communicating. But I
Right.
think at this point in our lives, a lot of us are.
Mhm.
And that is like a huge barrier. Um, Oftentimes people will say, "Well, I don't know why she stopped talking to me."
Right. Yes, you do. You know exactly why.
Now think about that thing, girl.
Hmm. You know exactly why.
You you don't know why. What was the last thing that y'all talked about?
Hmm.
Or what was the last thing that you did? You know, so I feel like, at times we like to lie to ourselves, just to not have the responsibility um fall on us.
Right.
Um I feel like if you don't have communication as the foundation of
You don't
any
have communication.
relationship,
Right.
you can't even start to trust that person if you don't have communication with them.
Right. And communication just can't be one sided. You know, I can't I can't open myself to you and you're not giving me anything. And you shared that with me, last week. Like you felt like sometimes you open up more than I open up. And I realized that, I talked to another one of my dear close friends today and I said, I gotta be a better friend. I told her that. I said, I have to be a better friend. I have to open up. I have to get back to the way I was. But sometimes you put a guard up. But again, it shouldn't be that hard to say what happened. I was accountable, and as I seen where someone said in the comments earlier, sometimes communication you're gonna have to take accountability. Yes, yes, there it is right there. Yes,
No Name says communication oftentimes mean accountability. A lot of people don't communicate, so they don't have to be accountable. Is that where we are? Is that where we are um as a people? And I'm not talking about like black and white people. I'm just talking about people in general.
the
This show is
universe.
not geared to white or black. This is in general because I don't just have black friends. I have white friends, Chinese friends, Mexican friends. I mean, I got them all. And I struggle. Each relationship struggles at different points with communication.
Mhm.
Um, so right now, I'm asking: is that where we are as people, as humans? Are we now at the point where we don't want to take accountability, so we're not going to say anything?
Yes, and then like you said, it's a plethora of reasons. People are sensitive, not just women. Men are sensitive too nowadays. People don't want to say the wrong thing. You got to be politically correct all the time. You think about back in the days, and back in the days wasn't so long ago when you had the Archie Bunkers and the George Jeffersons on TV. And even though a lot of the things that they said we consider now to be, oh my God, I can't believe they would ever say something like that on TV. But it was easier. It was just so plain. And now everything is so straight and narrow. And I think we as a society, we did that to ourselves. I found it to me, in my opinion, it was easier for people to communicate back then in the 70s than it is now. Look how the togetherness they had back then, you
I
know?
think I think that people were more caring
Mhm.
back then. I think now that we are more self-centered. We are more self well, I gotta put me first. And there's nothing wrong with putting yourself first, but there's also nothing wrong with considering how putting yourself first is going to affect everyone else in your circle
Right.
or people that are close to you.
Mhm.
I want to talk about this comment. They have been told to shut up as a child when they're in the middle of expressing themselves. Do we feel like Our communication style has come from us being told as children we are to be seen and not heard.
Sometimes, yes. I do agree with that. So you grow up not saying anything. Especially and I can't say fully because I'm a whole woman, okay? Let's establish that first. But I know I've heard a lot of men that were boys at one point. You, you're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to share your emotions. And they keep so much bottled up inside until they just explode sometimes. And why? Why can't little boys express themselves if they're having an issue? Because little boys with issues, guess what? They turn into grown men with issues, okay? That never were handled when they were little boys with issues. And the same could go for women. But we were always told in the Black family, stay in your place. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I don't have time to talk about that. You know, parents are working. You gotta do your homework. You gotta get ready, go to bed. I find myself now, do you hear me now, asking my children, how was your day? They looking at me like, what? No, how was your day? How's it going in school? How's it going in your life? My friend lost her 16-year-old grandson to suicide this past week. We don't talk to our children enough. Communication is key.
I think that that is a big issue that is going on now. I mean, I don't raise my kids the way that I was raised. Um, I absolutely include my children in conversations that I was never included in when I was a kid. And my mom sometimes will give me pushback and say, well, they don't get to decide what they do in my house.
Right.
You can do whatever you want in your house,
Right.
but in my house, because this is absolutely going to affect them. And I remember being a kid and that's the mentality that my parents had, that we didn't get a choice, but it absolutely affected us, and so like sometimes people I grew up with wonder how I became the person I became out of what I was raised in. And it was because it was a choice. I chose to be and do something different. I chose to say, no, I'm going to communicate better. I'm going to be a communication person. Communication is my thing. If you can't communicate with me, you only get two. I'm a black or white person. You're going to get two reactions from me. I'm not going to call you anymore. I'm going to block you and delete your number because that kind of energy I don't need in my life, because it triggers me. I have a trigger with communication because I told you all in the first episode about my sister and how we used to speak every morning, then I didn't get the call.
Right.
So when I don't hear from certain people that I talk to on a regular, I get anxious. I get nervous. I'd be like, oh my God, did something happen? And so I'm going to try to contact you. And then until you don't answer. And then when you don't answer me after so many times, I might just block you and delete you because, child, my phone is allergic to bullshit. It is. It started blocking numbers. I've had people say, text me and say, call me. And I call them. And they be like, I can't call you. It goes straight to voicemail. I said, child, my phone allergic to bullshit. It blocks all types of bullshit.
I get it. But sometimes it does get hard to communicate.
It does. I feel like our schedules. Now, I'm going to say this. People don't get up with you in mind.
Right.
They don't run their life with you in mind. I definitely understand that. Life be happening, life be lifing, all of those things. But definitely, if somebody reaches out to you and tries to check on you, you definitely should find the time to reach back. That's what I feel like,
Right.
because they've found the time to reach out and see if you were okay. And I think that we have gotten real disrespectful of people's time, acting as if they should check on me or call me. Yeah, I can call you, but make sure you call me back if you don't answer. This should never be a thing where I'm just chasing you every day.
Thank you. And that's in all. I mean, that's in all relationships. Women, 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 men, boy, girl, boy, boy, girl, girl. I mean, that's just in all relationships. Family. It shouldn't be a one-way street. It just shouldn't be.
Sister Taliba, she got me with this comment. People are definitely entering relationships with throat chakra issues, shut down during childhood.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
Lil Mama says, super producer, exactly, but we're a family unit. Silence creates violence. I like that. Because you definitely gonna get a violent reaction from me if I have called you a million times and you have yet to respond. You gonna get a violent. I'm gonna press that button every time. You're right. Um, even if two people don't like each other, speaking to one another cancels out violence spurred by the unknown. Okay, come on, you have rights. Okay. Just oil, hair, and body solutions. Good evening to you. You all go over to Just Oil Hair and Body Solutions. Do they have a website?
Yes, she does. Just oil hair and body.com. What is it, cousin from the 937? Just oil hair.
Just Oil. Put it in the comments so that I can shout it out.
Yes.
Y'all go over there and buy this lady out. This is a black owned business. We want to buy her out, sell her out. Y'all go over there and look around and see what you can see.
Black Friday, we shop in black.
Okay, I'm trying. Listen, the things I went through today don't want me. I don't want to do black anything.
I get it.
I don't want to do black cell phone. I don't want to do black laptop. Don't you ask me black nothing.
Got it.
But anyhow,
But you know what? I find myself sometimes, this is our safe place. This is our honesty
right.
show. And you said we was gonna put it all on the line. And sometimes I put up a barrier. Sometimes I find myself maybe I feel like I'm getting too comfortable with someone. Maybe a woman or a man, like I feel like a great bond coming on and I shut down because I'm thinking in the end it's going to be traumatic. I'm going to get hurt. Like I always think the worst.
Is that, you know what? I find myself operating out of trauma. This is why I wanted to have this show, because we operate out of trauma and we need to find a way to heal from that. And the only way you can heal from that is that you have to trust again. That is like, do you know how much anxiety I get when I think about my children going out here and getting in relationships?
Oh my
Because I know that their heart is going to get broken.
Right.
But it has to happen. Like I'm trying to stop something that has to happen. Like it has to. And I am on the inside so fighting myself, because not only are they going to be devastated, I'm going to be devastated because somebody hurt my baby. And that's like kind of the way that I feel with new relationships. So I can identify when you say I put up a wall. We put up a wall as a defense mechanism to say, I don't want to give this person, even though they haven't shown me anything. Now they haven't shown me anything. I'm already seeing the end, and they haven't even shown me anything.
Right.
I think that and it's what No Name said, self-sabotage. Because of all of the bad relationships that we've been through, we sometimes sabotage the good ones because of that.
Yeah.
And Taz, I'm with you. I don't do one-sided friendships and relationships. You're gonna end up saying she funny, she act funny. And I sure do, because I'm gonna act funny just like you do.
It's that matching energy,
Do
baby.
y'all see the face change? See, you see this? This is the face that I likes to have. This the face most of y'all make me get.
Right here.
So, that I got in trouble for not calling as much as her. Oh, we getting into it.
Okay. This
She
what we
said
talk-
it made her like me less because she felt I was uninterested. I'm just not a phone person, so I had to explain that to her and clear things over. A Sharo, is it a Sharo or Shiro? Listen, the truth that you giving right now
I feel that.
is what we need.
Yes. I feel that. I feel that.
Gotta communicate. Man, this is a beautiful comment.
Yes.
Okay? Because it shows that you have different communication styles. Not that you can't communicate.
Mhm.
You just communicate differently. She likes to be called.
Mhm.
You're not a phone person. You're an in-person person. And I do too. When I feel like somebody is not reciprocating my phone call, I don't feel like they're interested. I'll be like, listen, you're not gonna act like you got me strung out around here. I'm finna go on about my business. And that's friendships too.
Right. And that
I feel
happens.
like if I'm having to chase you, I'm not gonna do it.
But I'm stuck between like, is it worth the chase? Should you keep talking because you're trying? Maybe that other person may be feeling you out too. I got so many questions.
I
Do
feel
you
like
give up?
I'm only gonna chase you for so long. I'm gonna give myself boundaries. So when I start a relationship, I'm gonna give myself a boundary and a time limit of how long I'm gonna chase you. Because I do understand that men, now we living in this different age, men like to be chased too. They like to feel wanted.
But I don't have time for them games, girl.
No, this is not a game though, Winters. This is being, I feel like, equal as far as affection and attention in the relationship.
But we talk about now and back then. So sometimes now, like you said, men like to be chased, women like to be chased. It's only so long that we're going to chase someone. And you see, like the chase. The chase to me is part of the adventure, it's part of the game. But how simple was it in the fifth grade when that boy or that girl passed that sheet of paper that said, "Do you like me?" And you just checked yes or no. It was so simple back then. Why do we have to go through all of this now?
Because you're grown. Because back then you
Or
was a kid.
either you like me or you don't.
I don't know. I feel like because we're older and
Mhm.
we've gone through lots of experiences, sometimes it's just not that as simple. Just like you said, you put up a wall, with your communication if you feel like people are getting too close. I feel like sometimes people start raising, you know, walls too when they're in a relationship, um because they're like, okay, the last time I told somebody I liked them, they they started changing on me. Because if you're enjoying your good relationship, you're enjoying it, you're happy to see this person, they call you, communication is great, and the next thing you know, you're starting putting pressures to for this person to be like, okay, well, am I your girlfriend?
Mhm.
I mean, not that that shouldn't be a question.
Right.
I just know, like me, I struggle with Lord, I just don't want to address this conversation because as
I'm
soon as
looking
I
at
address it,
Justin comment.
huh?
I'm looking at Justin Thompson comment.
I love me some Justin. Let me read a few of these comments. In order to get through anything, you'll have to go through it in order for a person to better themselves.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you feel tired and don't think you can make it, but when you get up and you do it, a lot of times we find out something fun or find out we enjoyed the day more than thinking we could. Self preservation mechanism is a human defense, heavy on the trust. Okay. I do. I feel like me sometimes I feel like that I feel like a I feel in between when it comes to, okay, I'm dating this person. We have a great time. Communication is excellent. We have fun every time. Then I struggle with, do I want this fun to end by having this conversation, having to have a conversation that he didn't bring up? Should I just enjoy the fun while I'm having fun? Should I just keep it to me having fun for a while, versus trying to get serious with someone so fast? For me, I feel like people get serious too fast. They don't enjoy enough of the we're having a great time. Communication is great. When we see each other, we happy to see each other. Because listen, once you get in that relationship thing, not all the time you can be happy to see that person.
And that's very true.
They're gonna get on your last
That's very true.
nerve.
But what if
So
the communication is not that great? How long do you keep going? Like, does it get better? Like, that
what boundaries do you set for yourself? Like how long do you feel like, okay, I'm gonna let this go 3 months?
girl, I'm so fresh in this. I'm so green. I have
Right. So why do you have so much pressures on yourself?
because it's like I feel like it should be a book. Like I want to do things right. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had this conversation like earlier in the week. Like I feel like okay, I'm 16 years out the game, married for 15 of them, and it's like I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I admit that. Like we're trying to communicate here, right? But you're not saying shit. It's like,
So
what do
wait,
you
the person
do?
is not saying anything? Now I don't think you should
No,
wait for that.
no, they talking, but it's like I don't know. Like I can't read you. I don't know if you're interested. You say you are, but I'm not feeling the energy. So if you don't feel the energy, then what do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna read a few of these comments and then I have a question. This is getting good.
Okay.
I am loving this whole entire conversation about communication. That is what we're talking about first. And then at the end of the show, we're going to watch a video on what we're going to talk about next week so that you all can be prepared and come back and give me some more jewels. Because listen, super producer, she not even dating right now. Because listen, super producer just don't want to deal with Uncle Carl with the rigmarole.
Well, I can't even
Don't
get
want to
it.
deal.
I can't get one.
I don't. I don't.
I
Let
can't
me
get
read some of these comments and then we're gonna get to that because I got a question.
it. Okay.
Okay. Lil Mama says some men wants to be kept now. The roles have reversed.
Right.
Child. Is it a man? Anywho, let me keep going. I used to like the chase until I got caught. Now I just keep it moving and run. Justin,
Justin
don't
hit me, Olive.
Justin, we got company. Don't come over here and start with that nonsense. And we got company today. Okay? Don't do that. You have to set boundaries in anything that you have, whether if it's with your significant other, family members, friends, etc. Jazzy, I like that. I think boundaries are a great thing. This girl I like pulled up in her car. I love these stories. Pulled up in her car and I gave her a flower. She instantly tossed it up on her dashboard. There was my sign. We had gone out twice before, so when she pulled up, I got happy. Killed it.
Yes.
You have rights, cops have duties. I absolutely understand that. I wish I could find me a man to bring me flowers. Cause baby, listen,
Girl.
I'm gonna be on top of his head. Okay, y'all know I gotta get silly, but I'm gonna be on top of his head because I love flowers. It's simple to please me. Listen, when I was married, my husband used to crack up because one night he came home with some flowers from 7-Eleven
Girl,
and a McDonald's fish sandwich.
that
And
was
I went crazy. Like, oh my God. I was posting all on Facebook. I was like, look at my man bought me some flowers and a fish sandwich. And people was like, I was like, yeah, listen, he didn't have to buy me anything.
oh,
But I was like, so, and I'm a person who's very appreciative. It don't matter what you give me. If you say, hey, I saw this pen I thought you would like, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna keep it forever, even when it don't write no more.
oh, that's sweet. I'm not like that.
Well, no, we all can't be great.
You're like, that's not what I asked for.
No, that's okay. That's okay. But like I get that. I get that. It is the little things. And if you see that that person cannot appreciate that, then maybe they can't appreciate you. That's a thought. That's a thought. Okay,
Uh-oh.
yeah, okay, y'all listen.
My sister,
Again.
keep going because I see some.
Okay, again, y'all is pulling it out. Okay. If I get to the point I'm chasing, I back off and allow the situation to show itself. This is a boundary check for me because prior situations I was accused of being clingy.
Right.
Okay, girl.
Right.
I like that. And that's me too. That's me too. You have to set boundaries with we did that. Boundaries are very important. My parents dated 6 months and were married 33 years until my dad passed. Wow, T from the D.
That's beautiful.
My mom and dad were high school sweethearts and they stayed married for 40 years. Then they got divorced.
What? 40 years.
No comment, child.
Okay.
I had to learn this year. I can't let my communication be blanketed with people who I interact with. Some people need more communication or interaction than others. You have to learn people's needs.
That's true.
WYNTIS, take your time. This dating pool is more toxic than Flint water. I'm dead. You listen. Just oil. That could preach right there. We don't need to go no further.
Right there. That's it. That's it, baby.
Y'all can compare stuff to this Flint water. I'm dead.
That's it. That's toxic as hell.
Unfortunately, I've seen women who chase after men. The only use them for sex. They try to force a relationship to work. What would make a woman want a man that doesn't want her besides sexuality? Wow, listen, let's talk about this right here, right quick.
Talk about it.
Because I have a question for WYNTIS.
Okay.
Okay, so you're freshly out of a divorce. When I freshly got out of my divorce, I didn't want to date anybody.
I'm freshly in it, going out of it,
Okay, I didn't want to date anyone. I didn't want to, man. I'm sure the look on my face, and my brother used to tell me sometimes, relax your face. I didn't want anyone to talk to me, and I didn't want to talk to anyone because I was so soured by the situation that I was going through that I just was not open to it. So why, okay, let me just ask the group since y'all talking, and I'm gonna get to the comments.
I thought this question was for me. I'm ready.
It is. Why do you feel like, or why do you want to get back out there so fast versus just dating and having fun and just dating, being able to date whoever you want so that you can find out
there you go
what you like again?
I never said I wanted a relationship.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm a people person. I like talking. It's nothing wrong with me talking to people. I'm just getting to know people. I have expressed I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't need a title. We don't have to put any titles on anything. I've expressed all of that. My communication is clear from jump. I just don't understand now why it's so hard for men. Just in my just what I'm going through. Why it's so hard for men to communicate with me? Tell me what you want. Tell me you're not ready for a relationship. Tell me you're already in one. I mean, it's just the simple things that at the age of almost 50, I'm 48, that should just flow out. I am married. I mean, come on, these are easy things. I'm not looking to be serious. You're not protecting my heart if you're lying to me by saying, "Oh, I want to be serious. I'm looking for this and this," when you're really not.
Well, I'm not gonna hold you, Winters. If that's the case, I would have been just
But this is not all with just one person. I'm just saying, like, this is
you
like
saying in
in
general,
general.
because
Yes,
I'm not
it's not all with one person. No, no,
I'm
no.
not currently out there because there's Flint ain't the only place with toxic water. Let me just say that. Okay. So I'm not like currently out and active in the dating pool. Do I want to be? Yeah. But like you said, I'm just not the other thing is you said why they can't say I'm married. Listen, why they can't say I'm gay? I feel like
I didn't check out on you now because
why they can't say I'm bisexual?
facts.
I mean, uh, like you said, and I think communication is harder for men than it is for women. And I will say that. I like this comment by Michael Behringer. Hello, by the way, Michael Behringer. He says, I'm 6'2" and I lost my wife to lung cancer here in Flint. Pertaining to me, it's terrifying. And boy, I feel that so heavy because my kid's father died of congestive heart failure. And we were in the process of maybe trying to make things work. But it wasn't able to happen because he passed away. And so I feel all of that, and I am absolutely terrified because let's look at this. Having to get comfortable with another person too, intimately get comfortable with a person, being able to figure out if this person can hold your the fragile you. I'm not worried about you handling me, the tough me.
Right.
I'm worried about you how you handle
The fragile.
the soft me,
Right.
the gentle me,
Right.
the woman me, the
The
woman I want,
behind the podcast. Right.
the woman I want to be,
Right.
the soft woman, the woman that wants to be led.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm concerned about. Like I keep thinking, Kim, this is what I keep saying in my mind. Super producer, you're never going to find someone like your father.
No.
Never. That's all I can think because man, my dad was the best man in the world. I mean, you talking about somebody could put up with anything and nothing ever bothered him. Nothing. Long as he could sit in his easy chair and look at his TV, do what you will.
Right.
Do
Right.
what you will. And like I think for some reason, that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for someone who's just gonna accept me, mind, body, soul, whatever I look like, whatever I evolve into, whatever happens, sick, healthy, all of those things. But see, this is the thing. You can't love the outward me. You're going to have to love the inward me for that. And that is the connection that I struggle to find.
Someone that, and you know what? If you can get my mind, the rest is easy. You got to be able to stimulate my mind. A lot of men can't do that. They think they can.
Trevor. Okay, now, Trevor, now that you didn't get right, got some coffee. Okay, now.
So church
Okay.
says that people aren't looking for love; they're looking for to fill a void in their life.
Okay. You looking just not to be lonely. Look at it. Michael say he hate being alone.
Well, yeah, I guess some people do hate being alone. I'm okay with being alone. I don't think it's a void that needs to be filled. But I mean, who would want a companion? Like, who wouldn't want someone to just talk to, instead of talking to 100 different people? Who wouldn't want that special someone?
You know, man, I was not expecting. Well, I was because we if you
We
be
talk on
honest,
this show, girl.
I mean, we heavy with it. We heavy with it. We heavy
Right.
on that honesty. I mean, and I think, like I said, these conversations need to be had because we need to make better friendships. We need to have lasting friendships. I can honestly say that I don't have any really close friends from when I was in school. Like I don't
Really?
have no long time friends. Like, oh yeah, we've been friends for 20 years. No, I don't have that. And because I really want to give people the friendship that I want them to have from me.
Mhm.
Caring. Um, Listen, Winters will tell you I remember everything.
She
If
sure
you
do.
tell me, hey, I got this on this day, that on that day, I'm going over here. The day that it happens, I'm gonna send you a text and say, thinking of you, praying for you. All is gonna be well. I pride myself on the type of friend that I am.
Yes,
And
you are.
that's just because I long for connections. I long for um just having somebody that's likes me and is willing to take me, all my flaws and whoever I am, however I am, and just accepting me.
I know you were sent for a divine purpose because I told you and I told Mickey. I mean, Mickey knows. Like, you may not believe me, but exactly 2 weeks before we had ever talked, I told Mickey, I said, she's going to be with us. God told me that, and I knew it. And boom, here you are. So you're a
I
great
mean,
person.
that's what you
You're a
said.
great person.
And listen, let me tell you guys something. This gonna be a lot of truth. The friends that I have found in 810 News Media Group, and not just Wentis and Mickey, but they come with a lot of people, child.
I'll do, girl. We got
They
all.
come with other people, but specifically Wentis and Mickey, man, I would not trade it for anything in this world. And listen, I will fight you over one of them. If they call me and say, hey, this I'm going down, I'm gonna get in that car and drive 3 hours and be like, and what? And what's going down?
Hmm.
So they have just been real honest people with me. They've been gentle with me. They have I can tell them anything. I can call up Jaffa and I can be like,
With an S. He put an S on it, girl. Jarvis.
I can call him up and he's a clown. I'm telling y'all right now, he's a clown. I can call him up and I can say anything. And he'll say, so do some right facts. Or he might be like, I don't know. And he might tell me yada 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 though. This
Mhm.
what he gonna say. He gonna say, you know what I'm saying. You feel me though? At the
That's him.
end.
That's
But
him.
he's gonna give you his best, truthful, and honest advice. And he's been the greatest friend to me. And I'm so appreciative of them. And listen, it's 8:10 to me until they don't want me no more. Till they be like, listen, stop calling us.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be like, okay, cool.
girl. You know how our family goes hard. They be done got on us. If we said something bad to you, they get on us. The family.
Yeah, but all of them, Trevor, Clack, everybody, everybody. Let's see, you have right said, I have a secret. I'm over 40. I don't want to be in a relationship. I want my freedom. Make it work, even though okay, it works for you. Most of the time I need free space because I am irritable. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have rights. You just keep going on dates.
But that's what he's supposed to say.
But he said it.
And
That
that's what I'm talking. What was so hard about saying that?
you have rights. Is it harder to say that to somebody's face
Like if
than
you
you
met
just
me,
typing it?
right? And I'm like, hey, do you date? Do you want to go out for a drink? And do you just say, look, I'm irritable. I don't like to date. I don't have no problem with you per se. Like, why is it so hard? So, but do you say that? What was that? You have rights. Do you let women know that up front?
Hold on. Dr. Petroni, you back in my presence again. Lord have mercy. Let me read what the doc done said. I was in a relationship for 3 years after my marriage ended. When the relationship also ended, I was terrified. Most important lesson I ever learned in my life was to be happy by myself.
You have to learn to love yourself first.
Dr. Petroni, this is what I said. You a whole doctor. We need some wisdom.
He is, and he's a real doctor.
A whole doctor. This is what I was looking for last week. You was playing with me in the comments trolling. Now look at you. This is what I'm talking about. Okay? That's Dr. Petroni. That's what I was getting to. That's what I wanted to get to. Is that after my last divorce, I said, you know what? I don't even know who I am. I'm finna go out here and I don't even know what type of person I want to be with, what I'm gonna accept, what I'm not gonna accept. What am I gonna do this time different so that I don't have the same outcome?
Right.
So that child, Dr. Petroni, you was up there holding back on me. Super producer, that's how I feel about my dad. Facts. Okay. I'm telling you, them dads. Let me see Dr. Petroni again. When I find someone, it will be icing on the cake, not coming from desperation to not be alone. That, because you got to be a whole happy person.
Yes, you do.
On
In order
your
to
own.
if you're not happy, you can't make nobody else happy. That's period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I found the same thing. I'm not afraid of love. I'm afraid of loss of love that is fake.
That is fake, yeah.
Let me see. No name. I tell people all the time that commonality doesn't always yield to capacity. You have to have a person who isn't scared to allow you to evolve. The person who you meet isn't who they'll ultimately be. And that's is true.
Very true.
That is very true.
That's very
Look, see, you see Dr. Petroni? Now everybody up there, Dr. Petroni, I'm gonna get you. Let's see. This is hilarious. Why I feel like Liddell on here watching y'all eating ice cream in her boxes.
handy. Nice.
And I hope she is, so she can learn how to be a better sister, brother. You heard what I said. I said what I said. Sister, brother. You heard me.
Sister, brother. And make sure you click like and subscribe, please.
And share. Because you have other sister brothers that need to learn how to be sister brothers too.
I don't think those were the pronouns we supposed to use.
Are you sure?
Sister, brother.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure.
I'm feeling like the Gross sisters are absolutely okay with it. If y'all don't know, Super Producer is a whole fool, and
I love you. I
listen. I'm absolutely. If we're friends or you have my number, I'm absolutely gonna make you laugh. People call me, especially for comic relief when they're feeling down or something. I'm absolutely gonna say something that's gonna send you into a fit of laughter because that's who I am. Anyway. Let's see. I see some new people up here now. Okay. Darnell Doomis. Oh, Doomis, the only Doomis we do like.
But the only one. The
only one we do like. Lumi tell me she said back to the original content. Girl, that was funny. That was a good break. That came at the right time. Let's see. I am out on a hike, and yes, the trees are different colors and looking beautiful, and the hike is long, but really in my head, I'm extinguishing my irritation, so that is my me time and free time. Okay, you have rights. You are the one that don't want to be in a relationship because you be irritated a lot. Listen, I'm starting to think that if you was in a relationship, go on over to Pole Talk and find out what you could get that would stop you from being so irritated, and then come back over here so you can learn all the other stuff that you need.
May need
But
his gooch rub.
I feel like ain't nothing wrong with the man say I be stroking. That's what I be doing. Oh my god.
He may need a little something, something.
This cracks me up. Listen, we're gonna continue to do the show. I don't care if there was 2 people in here. As long as we affecting somebody's life, we're
Right.
gonna be doing this.
Hey, it's helping me.
In any relationship, communication is the most powerful thing ever. It is. I feel like communication makes intimacy better.
Hmm.
So if we're talking about a man and a woman relationship,
Mhm.
listen, when you text me after you leave the house and say, "Good morning, I can't wait to see you when I get home." Huh. Boy, you better bring some dinner home. I know that.
What about just a simple text? Good morning.
Yeah. And not that look, listen, I'm about to get in trouble. I ain't even gonna say it.
I want to say it, girl. We keeping it truthful.
And not that grand rising. Not that. I ain't no biscuit. Don't be asking me about no grand rising.
Grand rising, my queen.
Asking like I'm not a biscuit.
You don't want to rise,
Biscuits
child.
rise. Biscuits rise. I ain't no biscuit.
Baby.
A good morning will suffice. And I don't care how you say it. GM, the whole word, it don't matter to me. Just say it.
Your mama said she'd love grand rising.
Okay, well, you go ahead. You go right ahead.
Sean said, for real, what is grand rising? We have no damn idea.
Biscuits,
That's
some
y'all
Pillsbury dough biscuits in the can. Grand rising. That's what
men came up with that because we have no idea what grand rising means.
I just told you. Some Pillsbury dough biscuits. They say grand rising on them. So what you trying to say? You trying to body shame me? I don't like that. So I guess I don't or haven't just said that to my special someone's face. I just take the time to vent because I don't want to mix my irritations with her. Okay, well, listen, you have rights.
But
You
don't
are
you want to talk out your irritations with her?
right.
Isn't isn't that what a relationship is about?
How are y'all supposed to be intimately connected if you can't work through feelings with her?
You going on a hike to be by yourself because you're irritated. And I don't know you. I'm just going by what you put in the chat today. And you're irritated and you're by yourself. But I feel like when you have that, as you said, special someone, when I'm irritated, I want to be with my special someone. I want to talk to my special someone. I want them to know I'm irritated. I want my special someone to say, how can I make it better? That's it.
Just oil. Let me tell you something. It's not a game. This is not witchery or nothing like that. It's because we on 2 different pages. We're on the All in the Q page and we're on 810. So that's why if you haven't subscribed to All in the Q on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to, you can go over there and mingle with them folks. They absolutely having a good time over there. Justin, I'm finna whip him because I done told him we have visitors and he is still acting up. Look at him. Look at him.
All right, Justin giving me life tonight.
Justin cracks me up because we absolutely did not start out liking each other. And now he is acting up. Something terrible. You have rights to everyone like biscuits. Yes, I like for them to rise. On me, not so much. You let me worry about my own biscuits. Little mama, let me see. Grand Rising is a ingredient that originated in wellness and spiritual communities as a way to start the day with optimism and positivity. It said in love, y'all. Oh, okay, girl. Listen, just tell me namaste.
So just tell you you're gonna stay, girl.
Okay, just tell me namaste. Okay, namaste, nama no, nama nah. I don't know. I didn't even know what to say right now. Child, Lord have mercy. Let me read it. Okay, I was wondering whether the commenters. Okay, yeah, Asharo is from a different page. Okay, let's see.
Gonna get them all together one day. We're gonna put them all together.
All right, let's see. I don't always want to talk. Sometimes I need to get me together. So, Sean, this is interesting. I have a question about that because um that I'm just going, and I can only pull from the experiences that I have had.
Mhm.
So when I was married, me and my husband used to have this like decompression time. So we used to have like when he comes in the door. So I was a stay-at-home mom for a little while.
Mhm.
When he would be on his way home, he would text me. And when he would text me, I would lay his clothes out on the bed. And I would, when he stepped in the door, I would turn the shower on.
Ain't that?
And he had 20 minutes to decompress. So are you that type of person? But how do you verbalize that? Do you verbalize that you're not in a talking place, that you want to talk? Or do you verbalize that? Cause like I'm just gonna tell you, women can't read your mind. I
No.
don't read minds. I
No.
mean, contrary to popular belief, I know my children think I can read their mind, but it's just because I've been a child before, so I know everything they're gonna do before they do it.
But I'm
Um,
always you hear that a lot. I hear it a lot. Like I need to get me together first. How? Like, what is it? What is it that you need to get together? Like your mind together, financially together. I mean, like you said, women can't read minds. What is it that you need to get together that you can't talk with somebody else and tell them? I don't want to talk. How would they know?
okay, let me see, because Sean then said something. I'm coming back to the other comments, y'all. Don't worry. Well, I'm just gonna start singing Michael Jackson in the morning, sang my song or whatever he was saying. So, so you just gonna get up and say, "Mama see, Mama saw, Mama fusa." Well, I need to know.
I can't.
Sean, you need to start helping me because I'm trying to date. I'm trying to see what date is. I'm trying to date. I'm
We
trying,
need a doctor for Sean.
but I'm trying to find out what is it that turned men off. What communication style do I need to be using out here? Okay, I'm gonna wait on your answer, but I'm gonna read some of these other comments. Um,
Just
ladies,
it's all in the queue. All in the queue. That's why
yeah,
you subscribe.
all in the queue. Ladies, how do Trevor? If you still in the comments, put my thing in the comments for the people so they could click on it. Ladies, how do y'all feel about the good morning beautiful text? It's like these guys use the same greeting.
Girl, that's like they send them to multiple women and they just go text, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
I don't even answer because let me tell you something. My mother gave me a name and it wasn't beautiful. You hear that little sight?
Shit, I'm beautiful. I'm
I
beautiful.
mean, I am beautiful, but my mother gave me a name. I would rather you use that than something that is so generic that I feel like you texting other people the same
I
thing.
feel you on that part too.
Cause see, that's gonna ensure that I know who you talking to. Cause go ahead and type that wrong name. Go ahead, Jesus. Go ahead, step in. 'Cause God would definitely block it.
That's when that silence gonna equal violence.
Okay,
You should have used silence.
and I'm gonna press that button every time.
Right. Block.
So go ahead and type the wrong name so God can block it, and you can go about your business, and I can go about mine.
Oh Lord, Mickey wants to know
Uh,
me over here too. Mickey, we not talking to you today.
okay, let me see this. Okay, Sean, we talking. We just talking.
What
You
Sean
sound a
saying?
little hostile in your response.
What is it? I've said I'm in a mood.
Calm down. I have said I'm in a mood, so instead of me snapping on anyone, I just need a minute to calm myself down. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Sean. I mean, I don't know what to say to that. Is this something common amongst men? Because I just need to know. I need to know from me, even for friendships that I'm. Cause see, I'm gonna start out with a friendship with a gentleman. We're gonna start out, just going on little light dates. Ain't nothing too serious. We eating. I mean, I'm not even gonna care if we be out and you talk to somebody else because I'm not gonna care. Because at this point we don't have no title. So do what you do.
Right.
Now don't get mad when I do what I do. Because I'm gonna let y'all know women can always do it better. So don't start.
The producer.
Listen, don't start them type of contests because you ain't gonna win with me. Anyway. I'm just saying. Okay, don't start there because you listen. You see how I come up here and change up these hairstyles.
Girl, stop. You better stop.
Don't play with her. Don't play with her.
You be doing good. You be doing good though.
Thank you. Don't play with her because she can. Okay. Anywho, okay, Sean, let me know something. So I mean, you guiding me now. Think of it like we friends, or you trying to help me in the dating process. That's where I'm at. I'm in the dating process. Mickey sleep because Jaffa Jaffa done showed his butt, his whole hind parts today. He's somewhere asleep. I think good morning text.
Up there, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry, baby.
Good morning texts are dependent on your partner. One partner wanted me to text them good morning just to let them know I was okay. One didn't care for them. Establish what your partner needs. Come on, communication.
Establish what your partner needs. Did we see that at the beginning?
Listen, and I don't feel nothing is wrong with you telling the person, I can't give you what you need. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Stop holding on to people
so
they can't be with somebody else.
That's wasting time.
Huh?
That's wasting time.
You blocking. That's what you're doing. Let me tell you what we used to say at school. You cock blocking. You straight cock blocking. Now stop doing it. If you cannot give the person what they need, what is wrong? Y'all get in the comments and tell me what is wrong with you saying, I don't think at this time in my life I'm able to give you what you need.
I think people be scared. They don't want to hurt people's feelings. And then sometimes they want to save you in a little box to come back to you. I don't want to turn her all the way off, and I don't want to turn him all the way off because I may want to double back to that one day. Right now, I got my eye on something else, or I'm doing something else, or I'm trying to get me together. Well, in all actuality, I just want to put you to the side for a second so I can double back around a little bit later and come back to you. That's how I see that. Because it should all be established at the beginning.
Listen, you trying to hold somebody is absolutely not going to give you enough time to get yourself together. Because getting yourself together requires you to only be paying attention to you. You can't get yourself together and be having somebody. I don't see those two things working because there's limited time in the day.
But see, they're not telling you that they got somebody. They're not telling you that.
Trevor, you didn't put that link in the chat. Please put that link in the chat for Just Oil. If you don't mind. Wait a minute, Dr. Love, is you in the chat? Please go to All in the Q page and put the link in the chat for Just Oil, please. Oh, super. I just don't talk when I'm not in a talking mood. I do what I need myself. Wife gets it. I just do me. And she doesn't need to worry about me and what I'm doing. Okay. Well, Trevor, you know what? I like that for you and Mrs. Trevor. Okay? Because I don't know if that'll work for me, super producer.
Because I want to know. I really want to know what's wrong. Can I help? Was it me? Let me know so I won't do it again. Like, this is the type of communication I'm looking for. No name. I like that.
Let's read it. That's a real thing, though. Speaking as a man, not an attack. Sometimes women need communication so much that sometimes as men, when we're going through, we don't need words, we need presence. Okay, but how long we gotta let this presence last? Because look, as women, we had to use our words.
Well, maybe he's saying, like he needs, I don't know, it's not so, sometimes women needs communication, and men, when they going through, they don't want to talk. They just want to be in your presence. If that's how I'm reading it, I can feel that too, because when I'm in your presence, we still gonna talk about it. We gotta talk about it. If we can't talk about what's wrong with you, we can't do anything.
So eventually, can we talk about it eventually? Or you don't want to go back there? Cause see, my husband used to be like, why you want to go back and talk about that? Cause we didn't talk about it. What you talking about? Cause we
Right,
didn't talk about it.
right. And that's how so many things end, because we just leave it alone. We don't talk about things, and we leave questions unanswered.
Yes, little mama, there go the link. Trevor put it in the chat. Thank you, Trevor. Yeah, we do. I feel like, let me see what Sean said. I'm a Gemini. I need space, and it don't take much to trigger. Usually disrespect will set me off. My job is toxic, but it pays. Now, Sean, I gotta ask you a question. Because this always confuses me because and I'm not trying to be disrespectful or in any way. You said your job is toxic, but what do that have to do with your woman? Because she don't work there.
Mm.
I tried when I was working a job, I would never pass my husband asking me how was my day. I would never get into the logistics because he don't work there. And I wouldn't want to bring that energy home. And so he would ask me, hey, how was your day? I'd be like, oh, it was rough, but I made it. I'm so glad I'm home. And I'd fall right into his arms. That's what I would do. And I wouldn't talk about it because he don't work there. Because I feel like we start bringing in baggage from other people that we asking our spouse or our person we are dating to deal with.
I used to do that when I was married and I was in a management position. It's stressful. I mean, and a lot of times jobs are make you go away. A lot of times jobs can be stressful, and you come home and, like you said, you bring that stuff home with you, and it rubs off on your partner. And if you don't have that partner that's asking you, like, "Hey, whatever it is, let's leave that stuff at the door. This should be our safe space." But I don't know, like I was missing that. I can honestly tell you that was a breakdown in my marriage communication.
I feel like if I was to have something that really, really bothered me, I would talk with him about it. But if it was some petty mess that women carrying on or some other petty stuff that's going on, I would never speak on that because that didn't have anything to do with him. And jobs can be very toxic.
Mhm.
They're always gonna be toxic. That's always gonna be there. I wanna know why should that be affecting your relationship?
It shouldn't have, if you got a toxic job, it shouldn't spill over into your relationship, but I'm a witness to say sometimes it will. And that too can cause a breakdown because you're so on edge, you're unapproachable. And I was at one point unapproachable. I didn't, what you asking me for? I don't want to talk about it. You know how it is, like snapping, snapping, snapping. And you can't be that if you really want a successful relationship, you can't bring that toxicity into your safe place, which is your home or your relationship.
That for me, my home was and it still is, my place of peace. I don't allow any yelling, any arguing, any of that to go on here
Right.
because this is my place. This should be where I should be able to come in, sit down, and say, just, you know what? I'm just tired mentally. I'm just tired. I'm just broken down. I was beat down today and I just want to sit in solitude. And for the most part, that's what I do. Um, and that's what your home, that's what I feel like your home should be. It should not be a place where you come and dump everything that happened at the job in your home. I feel like when I was working, I used to leave all of that out in my garage and I come right in my house, love on my kids, love on my husband. And listen, super producer is ready to be in her soft girl era. Okay.
She said she ready.
But let me
She
tell
ready.
you,
I ain't
it
got
comes with a but.
but
But I'm not putting up with no nonsense.
right.
I'm not putting up with nobody not loving me the way I need to be loved. I'm not going to accept
Nothing less.
some
I
some
deserve.
some
Right.
love that you want to craft for me because you have a problem. No, I have a certain way that I need to be loved, and I'm going to find the person that can give it to me.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's why we doing these love languages, and we started with communication because that's going to be the key
That's
to all of this. Let me go back to Jaffa because he is cutting up in these comments. Women lie and cheat, and I said it. Take that. Y'all know Mickey play all day.
all day long.
Mickey play all day. I'm gonna just let you say what you're gonna say because I listen. We could do a lot. Men play tough on TV but are squishy. If you find a man growing distant, they may be grumbly. Offer them that chest you ladies have. Don't be afraid. Be that comfort blanket. Okay.
And you should be your partner's piece. Lord have mercy. I know the next time you I gotta find a man to be my piece. Cause baby, if
Wait
you're
a
not
minute.
bringing me peace, I got to go.
Let me see. Okay, because Sean is doing a little bit of cleansing here. Let me see.
Well, let
I
me
was
clear
raised
it
in
out.
two different households. One had secrets, and the other one was an open household where we talked. I just ended on the keep it to yourself. Wow.
Well, then,
Why? Because you feel like you didn't have a safe space created for you? Um,
well, I got questions for Sean too. This is gonna carry on into your relationship. If you keep she done took a drink. If you keeping things to yourself now, I don't know how you will ever have a successful relationship. You gotta be able to be open. You gotta, just like I said, you gotta let the barriers down. And I know I'm guilty of that. Sometimes when I feel myself getting too close to somebody, I put barriers up. You can't live life like that, holding stuff in.
Justin, you absolutely better not come here. Okay? Because guess what you'll do? Get stuck. Because super producer, she cooks from scratch.
Mm,
She homeschools her kids. She runs her businesses
mm,
and she minds her business.
mm.
And when my man come home, he have all types of peace.
That's what it
I'm
should.
just letting you know. It is what it is over here.
Mickey said, Mickey, go away, please.
Mickey is cracking me up today. I'm telling you. Mickey, cheating helps certain relationship. But listen, let me tell you something. You go right on over there with Neo and see how they work.
Let's bring Nicole on here and put that comment back up.
No comment.
Look, he gone now. He gone. He coming.
He finna go back in the bushes now.
No.
Child, y'all know that meme where Bart Simpson, Daddy be going, Homer be going in the bushes. That what Jaffa going there.
Right.
Sean say, I'm single and don't really have time to mingle, but I like the company of just one person. Okay. Um,
I don't understand. I'm single.
so
Don't have time to mingle, but you like the company of one person.
how do you keep the company of one person if you don't go out and mingle? I mean, or is that's just that you don't want any type of titles You just want to be able to call the person when you want to call the person. That's what we doing. Let me know when you
And
tell me.
that's okay. That's
I mean, if that's what you're putting out there and that's what the other person is accepting, I feel like that is fine. Um uh
these
the
should be
thing,
established ground rules.
yeah, the thing is, as women, we're very emotional. So at some point, we're going to want the relationship to grow and evolve. And if that's what you're going to be on forever, I think that's something that needs to be said. That hey, I'm never going to want to evolve this relationship. Are you okay with just being here?
And then you let that woman make that choice because she gonna do her own damn thing too. And we're not gonna put a lot of eggs over here in that basket because we know that basket gonna break them eggs.
Right. Oof. If something you did has me in silent mode, I'll let you know. Then I'll be silent and do my thing. Sometimes it's an emotion that hits. Others, it's a lack of emotion. There are just times where words are just too much work. Okay, I agree. I can understand that my son is autistic and he is not a big words person. He's very to himself. So sometimes I have to ask him, is he okay? And he'll be like, of course. But he's not said anything all day. Um, outside of being in school. He'll say, oh, of course, I'm fine. And sometimes I don't like that for him because I want him to express what it is that he's feeling because he no longer has his father to have those exchange of conversations. And because I don't have a male in the home, and he's the only male in my home, the rest of us are women. I want him to feel heard.
Right.
And so I feel like too, men have a lot of things to say about women, but we need to hear you. We're not overbearing, we're not clingy, but if we're not hearing anything that you're saying, if because you're not saying anything, then we don't know what to do. Then we just do what women do. We're here, we're there,
Down and disappear.
and that too.
I'm just saying.
I like to talk about it all the time about everything.
Oh, Michael. So you a jewel, Michael.
Michael, let me come to Flint. We can't drink no water, but
It's Michael in Flint.
he don't. He said his wife dead. He said Flint.
God, he's a widow.
Judy, you gotta choose them cats and that toy melt.
What? Look, no,
No,
me. You on the wrong podcast.
I cannot. Oh, I'm going to talk about it. I just need to calm down first. Then I can joke about what was bothering me. All right. Well, there you have it. As men, logistically figuring it out in our heads, but women oftentimes want us to verbalize that we are logistically trying to figure out. So presence is often a comfort till we are ready to talk. Okay, I can agree with that.
Me too.
In my experience, my exes would like to tell me about their day or event. I learned just to listen until I was asked what I thought.
Very good.
Oof, Justin, my God. My husband would sometimes say that I was a very cold person. And I never understood why until I really would sit down and think about it. I do a lot of self-reflection. And it was because my father, I grew up, well, told you with my parents in the home, I was a daddy's girl. My father absolutely wasn't a person who came and dumped his work problems at home.
Mhm.
He would sit down in his easy chair and he would let it roll off. And when he felt like he had decompressed enough, then he would ask us, how was school? How was this? How was that? What y'all doing? And so those are the things that I'm used to doing. And so I'm not like a really verbal person. You're going to really have to, not now, but then you would really have to pull it out of me. Um, I don't want to bring the shit I go through at work to my home. So, Sean, how do you decompress before you get home? I feel like this is something that you need to do on the drive home.
He
You
said
need
it earlier. He said it earlier.
Okay, you need to work these things out before you get home because women, we have to talk. It's just something we have to do. And we're going to ask you because that nurturing spirit in us is what drives us. It's what makes us have the need to know how are you? What's going on in there? I feel like men don't realize that when you don't um allow a woman to work through your emotions with you, that's when they go seeking emotional support. That's how you get women that cheat because some man is realizing that you're not listening. Anywho,
And it's okay, but it's okay for Sean to be like that too. Like we're not beating up on Sean. It's okay for him to be like that if he don't want to talk, if he
right.
shuts down, he needs to be by himself. That's cool. What we're saying here is that these are ground rules that need to be established at the beginning of any type of ship, relationship, situationship, just a ship period.
And don't abandon ship because you might be leaving a good ship. That might be a good ship to be on. And you anyway, Sean says, I'm good at communicating and like to communicate. I just need to get better at it. I agree with that. I agree. But how long do you think the woman that's just being there should wait for you to get better at it?
Hmm.
I don't know. That's a question. Awesome. Just okay. Let me see. Audit watcher free. Wow. I'm gonna say this audit. Now you're gonna make me press this violence button because listen, if it ain't but two people over here, we still will be talking. You don't gotta be here. Oh, yo, meat freak in the building. Okay.
Hey,
I'm
Mama.
behind on comments, so I'm just looking.
I know, because I'm like, where is she at?
No, I was at the top because I was just, Okay. I think I'm back there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So y'all, this our time. I want to check something first because I want to make sure I'm giving you guys the tools. I want to show you guys this. I want to give you guys a few tools to put in your toolbox. It says, here are just a few ways learning how to communicate effectively will benefit your relationship. Equips you with tools to handle conflicts respectfully, aiming to resolve them by considering everyone's interests. Gives you the confidence to advocate your needs. Allows you to communicate expectations clearly, ensuring everyone is on the same page. Creates a safe space for feedback where constructive criticism paves the way for growth and learning. Strengthens team dynamics through transparency, preventing the buildup of unspoken problems or frustration. Encourages active listening and mutual respect. Fortifies awareness of nonverbal cues like eye contact, body gestures, and facial expressions. Increases sensitivity to cultural differences or others' feelings, letting you step back, practice empathy, and consider the intentions behind a communication approach that's different from yours. Okay?
Thanks.
These are all the things that communication will do. Communication is going to create that safe space. Okay? In order for you to figure out what is best for everyone in the situation. And I really think that we all need to start considering each other. I'm going to put the link to this um, article in the chat.
Thank you. You have rights. I thought those were good rules as well.
Say it again.
You have rights. Cop have duty said pretty nice rules.
Yes. And I feel like, we this is the foundation of what we need to start a relationship. Communication. Okay? Listen, We're gonna watch this video. This is for next week.
Oh,
Next
we
week.
got homework, girl.
Yeah, so this is for next week. The first love language that we are going to be starting with uh is acts of service.
Oh shit.
We're going to talk about acts of service. I put this link in the chat already at the top, but I'll link it to the video um as well. So we're going to talk about acts of service next week.
Acts of service.
Okay, you see how the husband was sitting in the chair. He wanted to hug her. He told her he loved her. She's sitting up there every 5 minutes, picking up the toys, doing all these things. He wasn't doing nothing.
Right. Chilling.
Then it came to him.
Mhm.
Get up and help her.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean says, I get it, but I'm not good with rules. These are, I wouldn't say that they're rules as much as they are, I don't know. I think,
Just basic
yeah, I
steps.
feel like they're like rules of engagement. Not so much rules of engagement. How you going to engage a person? Um, can you verbally do it between the two of you? Yeah, but if you're not talking, how is it verbally being done? You better at helping than talking? Okay, then. But I'm just asking you, if you're not talking, how are the rules being spoken?
And what if
Okay.
she doesn't need any help?
Sean, your homework is to find a way to decompress before you begin to interact. That's your homework. I hope you come back with us next week. I hope all of you come back with us next week. I hope you guys are enjoying and listen, I am learning so much from you guys. Um and I'm telling you, I absolutely love this show. I don't know about y'all, but I absolutely love this show. Hey y'all, I've been on this side for a minute. I've liked and subscribed. Thank you. Thank you, Just Oil. You can go back to the other side. I know your people on the other side.
That's she gonna always be with us. Just all make sure you put that your YouTube, not your YouTube, your email in the your website. The website.
Yeah, put your website in the chat so I can highlight it before we get out of here. We're about to get out of here.
Michael.
Okay, you smoke before you leave the house. Okay, maybe get you an edible. You need to smoke and edible. I mean, I think you need a combination of things. But that Gemini, you is definitely coming out. Like all your faces.
Gemini. True Gemini.
Okay, you just need to get all them faces.
We need Michael. We need a man with sense.
The other comments are Thank you, no name. All women do is Jaffa. I'm gonna speak to you after this. I'm absolutely pressing that valence button on you tonight.
Lumi said, Sean, you need to talk to some mature men. Damn, bro.
Lumi said, Sean need to talk to some mature men. I'm dead. Just Oil. Please put your website in the chat, please, so I can highlight it for the people. We want them to get some hair products and things from you. We don't want them looking dry because that's communication. But y'all get in these comments and let me know how y'all liking this show. What are y'all thinking about the formatting? What, what are we thinking about this show? I'm loving this show. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about WYNTIS. I'm learning a lot about me. I'm learning a lot about you guys. And I am loving everything about it. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like, share, and subscribe to 810 News Media Group and All in the Queue. Definitely some great things coming on both pages. Okay. Yes, really raw and transparent. And that's what we are trying to be. This is a safe space. We're not judging anyone. And I would never do that. I've learned talking to men, they be wrong as hell, and they do. Sometimes I feel like if you get with the right men that have the right intentions, because you definitely can't tell every man about your girl, because listen,
They come
what that song say? Don't leave your girl around me. To say it for real.
ass puppy.
Okay. Hey.
There we go, right there. I had to put it in there.
Nikki, absolutely not.
You looked it up too. We was doing the same thing, just doing.
Absolutely not. Yes, y'all have a great evening. We will be back next Thursday. I know it seems like a long time. I'll be missing y'all Flint
What
people.
time we gonna do? Are we gonna stick with 7 or we gonna do 8?
What time y'all think? Y'all like 7 better? I like 7 better because 8 you can, you still got a little bit of time to run out and do whatever.
Yes. I like 7. I like 7. I can do 7 on Thursday.
Yes, Lumi. Okay, so 7. So we're gonna be 7 every week on Thursday. I need a mod, Justin. Justin, hold on one second. Stay right there. Oh Lord, have mercy. Stay right there.
Stay right there, Justin. Don't you go anywhere. Oh, Trevor and Mickey.
All right, Justin, make another comment, okay?
Taz says 7777. Okay.
Make a comment. Okay, so 7. So we're gonna be back next Thursday at 7. I'm gonna maybe delete this video on my page. I'll leave it up for a few hours and then I'll delete it because I'll tell you to go over to 810 News Media Group and watch this episode, which is episode 2. And I'll make sure it says episode 2 on their page. This is definitely a collaboration. There is no competition with the super producer. I'm not in competition with anyone.
No.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. I don't get into the YouTube beefs. I don't get into any of that. None of that. Okay. And I absolutely want everybody in my circle to win. And if I'm a part of your circle, I will push you until we win.
Girl, we fought in our 20s, we beefed in our 30s, and our 40s. We catching that bag, okay?
Okay, and that's it. That's all. Okay, because super producer want to be her soft girl. I just want to be doing my hair and putting on makeup.
I want to fling my hair too, girl.
Okay, because listen, the way I was crying last night, thought I was gonna have to go outside and get the garbage cans.
Girl,
it was insane. My son went and got them, and I was so glad. But
I seen that little half an inch of snow you got down there. Quit playing. That ain't nothing.
Don't do that. Don't
That ain't nothing.
Don't do that because it absolutely was some different. It was different inches in different places because I live further up north. Don't do that.
Girl, y'all just can't drive down there.
I don't be driving. I ain't going out there. If I ain't got I work from home. Thank God bless me. Y'all, okay, tomorrow morning, the bump at 9 o'clock, right?
9 o'clock.
You can watch my show, Unpopular Opinion, after the bump. I'll put the link in Flint Reboot. You can always go there. Please watch it after the bump. I want you to actively be watching the bump.
Well, thank you, okay? Super producer. And then we're going to come right on over there and watch you on All in the Queue.
Yeah. Okay. And there's lots of things coming on All in the Queue in 810. This is a relationship that will last forever.
Forever and ever and ever.
I love you guys like a fat kid love cake.
Oh, I love cake too, girl. I love cake.
I absolutely do. And and the super producer putting herself out there. I'm ready to date. I mean, date. I ain't saying no relationship, that date. Okay? All right.
I can still do the grand rising.
You tell me good morning. I'm not a biscuit.
I had to do that for you.
I'm not a biscuit. I don't want to be risen. Just tell me good morning. And I said what I said, Mickey. Oh my God. Y'all have a good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
And you know for you, I'll always catch a flight. Every day, we're not always cool, but none of that stops me from loving you. With you, I can always express myself. I'm safe with you and nobody else. You're my sister, I trust. You know what to do. You know there's no one I love as much as you. Simply, simply sisters. Don't make you mad, don't make you wanna scream. It's a sister thing. Simply sister, simply sister, simply. Don't make you wanna love them until the very end. Simply sisters, simply. Don't make you wanna love them. I feel my strength when I talk to you. You in my mind telling me what to do. You hold me in your heart, you uplift my soul. I take you every single place I go. We don't talk every day, but on you I can depend. Your sister love, I know it's true. Your love tells me exactly what I should do. Simply, simply sisters. Don't make you mad, don't make you wanna scream.